Fiamma, Europe and the rest of the world voted at the United Nations. How is it that so much of Europe voted in favor of that resolution?
You want to ask me, how is it that so much of Europe lies? Because that's the real thing. They know that they're lying. All of their prime ministers came to visit Jerusalem, went to visit the prime minister, so the Knesset spoke to the Knesset, so the Supreme Court went around and understood perfectly that this is the capital of the State of Israel. So now they just chose to live in denial, also pretending that this so evident thing is not true. It's very serious, it's very sad. And I want to tell you that for the first time, but we had a group, a decent group of European states, among them the Czech Republic.
So you're saying that the European bloc has been broken. There are now countries that are not willing to go along, like the Czech Republic.
See, exactly like the African bloc has been broken, like the Asian bloc is broken, there is something that is changing inside the United Nations. And I think that it is thanks to the new politics of the State of Israel that put a lot of care in that, and also because the change of the United States, of Trump and of Nikki Haley, that I think has put a lot of very important weight on the story. You know, she has broken with her words a sort of a wall of total despise for the truth and of total despise for what is so evident to the eyes of all the world.
But what is it that drives Europe to take this position that's anti-Israel's interest, anti what the United States is declaring?
Because it's one of the very few issues where they can vote all together. You know, until yesterday, when Mogherini calls the foreign ministers of 28 countries, one of the very few issues where she can still put them together is this. All the rest is a mess.
But do
it's
they
a mess. They are not together anymore. Europe is broken. So this is one of the very few issues. This is one.
Does Europe really believe that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is the central conflict in the world?
I think that this is an old kind of affirmation, exactly like the one when they say 2 states for 2 people, and they know that this has been offered to the Palestinians plenty of time, and the Palestinians have refused them, you know. And still they keep saying that. As when they keep saying that the territories, these are the main issue that has to be taken care of, and they keep doing resolutions and they put lots of punishments on the economic ties with Israel that still are so precious for Europe, and still they do it. The countries that need Israel more about the issues of anti-Semitism and about the issues that is connected to that, of terrorism, cannot refrain for telling Israel, we must leave the territories, you must not build in the territories. And this is a sort of a Pavlovian reaction to the name of Israel. Deep inside, they know that all of this is wrong. And I think that as we have seen that several of these nations are going their way, living this kind of fake unity, which is not there anymore, also the rest one day will understand that, because they know that they need Israel, and they know that Israel, but there is one more thing that is still engraved in the European mind, which is anti-Americanism. It had a break with Obama, because Obama was more European than they were. They had an American-European president. I'm not going into it, but you understand what I mean. Now we have again an American president. So we have again anti-Americanism. So we have again the legend, which is of Soviet origin, of Israel being the long hand of the United States in the Middle East. So we have again the legend of the poor Palestinians and the poor third world country coming up. But so many things have happened in the midst of this story. The war in Syria, the Iranian imperialistic attitude. These things are just coming up, this muddy lake. And the European will have to realize that what I think that Israel has to do has to repeat and repeat without never getting tired of it, that Europe is wrong.
Fiamma Nirenstein, thank you so much for being with us at Win News.
Thank you very much.